Hello and welcome to another episode of the Business Spotlight series. My name is Claudia Thompson and today I'm here with Jo Watts from Holidaze. Hello, Jo, welcome to the show.
Hi, Claudia. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Why don't you start and tell us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so my name's Jo. I own Holidaze. We're based just behind Bournemouth Airport, independent travel concierge, and had the business for 17 years now, although I've been in the industry for nearly 30. Crazy.
Wow. So you've been going for 17 years and we all know that a few years ago it was particularly tough for the travel industry. But what do you think would you attribute your growth to?
I've got to say, I think it's perseverance and determination. To be honest, because as you just rightly said, that the pandemic has really sort of brought us, it shone us, made us stand out from our competitors. And unfortunately, some of our competitors didn't make it through the pandemic. But I really think it was perseverance, determination, and keeping up to date with our clients, letting them know that we're still here, reassuring them. Obviously, there was no business for the best part of 2 years, but us being in constant contact with them really, and letting them know that they were here, sorting out their refunds, giving them the confidence. And then when travel did sort of reopen again, it was just offering that reassurance that it is going to be okay and that we are there to help and to assist and to guide. That there was just so many regulations and COVID tests. Where do you test for? Where do you not test? So just being there, but it was a very challenging time.
Yeah, I bet. So for you, it's like the client is, or the customer is the number one priority, and just making
100%.
sure perfect. And 17 years has obviously been a while, but if you now had to start from square one in business, what would you do differently? Or is there even anything that you would do differently?
Well, that's quite a difficult one. I think what I would do, I would start off by doing a proper business plan, because although I'd been in the industry for such a long time prior to starting Holidaze, and I know what I'm doing and I love what I'm doing, I think I started the business without a proper business plan and having those goals in place. So I think I would set certain goals and targets of a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, even an exit strategy. It's not saying that once those goals and plans have been set, it's not saying they can't change, they're not set in stone. Things do happen and things do change. But I would start off with a proper plan for sure, because I didn't do that. So I think it was just, not that I went in blinded, I didn't do that at all, but just having that focus really helps.
A bit more plan and less winging it.
Yeah. not that I'll wang it, but yeah, just definitely having a longer term goal really. I also had short term goals, but I think having those longer term goals.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's really helpful to know where you're going, and because then all the steps in between, they fall into place with a lot more logic, and it's just a lot more easier to know what to do next.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you now employ a team of people. What would you say have been your biggest learnings as an employer?
Probably realizing you can't do everything yourself and learning to delegate. It's so easy to just say, I'll do that, because you think that you can't, that nobody else can do it as good as you can. So if you're going to have employees, put your trust in them, for sure. Put your trust in them, and then I think you'll get more respect from your employees as well then. So yeah, just don't think you can do everything yourself, because you
So
can't.
when you've come to realize that you need help with some things, or when you now go and hire someone new, what are the qualities that you look for in a new member of staff or a potential member of staff, and how to create an environment that makes it enjoyable for your staff to come to work as well?
I think I would just listen to what's important. So customer service is, you know, customers have got to be their priority, because that's what our business is all about, and that's how we've built our business and relationships with our clients. So customers, good customer service has got to be paramount and one of their top attributes, really. And I think once you've got your right employees, it's also about keeping them up to date, being honest, telling them what's going on within the business. I mean, so I'll refer back to sort of the pandemic that we spoke about before. I kept my employees up to date, and I was honest, and I said, look, this is the situation, this is where we're at financially, and just keeping them informed. That will make them feel valued and an important part of the business, because they are important parts of the business. And I think that in turn will then create positivity and confidence and a happy workforce.
Okay, just make sure that they feel appreciated by including them in what's going on.
Absolutely, and recognising the good work, recognising what they do, and saying thank you. I don't think you say thank you, that's a massive boost to somebody's confidence and makes them feel appreciated.
Yeah, that's very, very true. How do you, because you're a busy lady, how would you say you balance your personal life with your work life, or with the demands of running a business?
Difficult, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's really difficult, and it's taken a long time for me to do that. And I can probably say it's only really been the last few years, again, probably since the pandemic, it's only probably in the last few years I've took a step back and realised that I can't be in the business running it if I'm exhausted. So it's about putting some self-care time aside. So I now make sure I go to the gym a couple of times a week, because that's my time out. Phone down, go to the gym, go to classes, go swimming, just do something that I really enjoy. And that's my kind of self-care and learning to take time out, because if you are exhausted, you're not going to be able to run your business properly.
So your secret is to schedule the times.
And I do that now. Since I know 2-3 times a week. That's my time to just, you know, it might be an hour or two, probably an hour, not quite 2 hours at the gym, but probably an hour, and I'll just sort of take some time out, or even go for a walk along the beach. But again, I will leave my phone at home, and just go for that walk and just take that time out.
Just be fully present in that moment that is just yours, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So that already brings us to our last question. What do you think are the most common misconceptions that people have about running a business, being an entrepreneur, and how do you address them?
I think people assume because you've got your own business, you've got an abundance of wealth around you, and that life is easy, and you can go and do what you want to do when you want to do it, and life's all rosy. And that is actually totally the opposite. So I'll address it, and I'll explain. I'll sort of tell whoever it is I'm talking to. I'll say, look, this isn't the case. Do you think about the unpaid hours that you do, or the worry when you've got staff off work? Again, it's all about being honest and putting it into reality, really, so that people understand. But I really do believe people think because you own your own business, life is easy. It's far from it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. How can people find out more about you, or how can they best get in touch?
They can take a look at our website, which is www.holidaze, and that's spelled HOLIDAZE.co.uk. They can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Google us. You'll find us just behind Bournemouth Airport.
Thank you so much for your time today, Jo. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.